All right, looks like we are in fact live. Welcome back, Fatepack, and welcome to Railroader. I tried streaming this way back when it first released, and it didn't go well because I had shitty internet. I've got slightly better internet right now, but I have no clue how this is actually going to end up going. So let's go ahead. You remember the controls. It's been on. I is what I location is. Interchange, in service, heating oil. Get all. I am starting a new save for this. I halfway thought about using my existing save that I originally tried to stream on. But that's kind of laggy. I got so much shit. That was good. I had a little snow here. You need a handbrake. Had a little snow here overnight, so there I might comment on the occasional snow melting. Let's see here. I like the large numbers. Nope. I like Singing Dome. Glass lights on the front. Walkway lining. Pilot lining. Yep. Is it rounded? No, I don't care for that. White balls. Yeah. I prefer the stars. Right, and there's our number one. Anything else there? What do we have for the whistle? 5 chime? Helps to have the locomotive selected you're messing with. We'll leave that. On to the tender. Bunker lettering. I think that's one, yeah. Don't need that. Tender capacity. Marker lights on the rear. Nope. We got square and round. We're going to go with the round. I don't entirely understand how to get more of the lettering fonts. I've got a few added. What did I just do? What? Okay. All right. I don't know. Oh, hey. Hey, Jay Harris. Hi. I did not realize there were people in here already. Thanks for joining. I have no clue what I'm doing stream-wise. Who did that? Is everything running smooth on your guys' end? Loco. Alright, nope, not lettering font. There. I don't know if this is just loading weird for me. Apply. Everything can look good in white, I guess. There. They just need a repair. Yeah, 2,500 miles to the overhaul. Awesome. Collier, this game is on PC. And it is currently early access. I think the devs might have plans for console someday. That someday is very far down the road, though. Lining, pilot lining, cab lining 1, white walls, stars. I'm gonna assume it's just kind of bugging out with some of the texturing. I can live with that for now. Alright, thanks guys. I'm getting more confident by the second. Bunker lead, now I don't need that. Tender capacity. Marker lights on the tender. Lower lining. Nope, not the font. I have no clue how I actually got the tender on the other engine to turn white. That's being weird. Anyhow. Alright. Apply that. Yes, that is what I needed. Unload at... Two. Why do you not give me the... Did I mess... Sawmill. Oh, it starts tomorrow. Okay, that makes sense. Switches. Yes. Switches are where I want them. I don't remember what color. Load at... It's an orangish color. We'll figure that out. Alright, so how are you guys doing today? I really don't know what to talk about. I'm used to just staying silent over at FSC streams. And let him do all the work. Marker lights. And white for unscheduled extra, because that is all this railroad runs. Brakes. Hit that harder than I meant to. Missions unload. Whittier load there. Okay. Yeah. That equipment, customize. Control C. Equipment, customize. I like to color code my hoppers. Or my fuel loads. Although this is the Fever River, so I'm just relaxing, getting my truck rocked by the wind. Oh, that sounds fun. So, X, yep, there. It's been a while since I've actually played this manually. I typically use the auto engineer all the time. I should note that I am using normal latency, so it's like a 30-second delay between what I say and having it come through on stream. Should see if I can figure out how to get my Epidemic playlist coming through. Get some extra music rocking so it's not just silence while I wait for something to cross. I need to throw that switch. Good thing brakes completely overrule engine power. Handbrake. And that is really all there is for me to do on day one. I'm going to pull the caboose and the passenger car off of the interchange, though. I'm thinking probably run the log cars up and get them filling. I really need to get FS into this game one day. I think that it would be fun chaos. Like going to the right line? Yes, that was lined correctly. I am happy so far with this. Safety stop, way too damn close. Good joint. Glad I don't have to wait for the air to charge on such a small train. Have a lot of Cleapit moments. Yes. Well, it depends how much we make him do manual operations versus letting him run the auto engineer. Because the auto engineer, 9 times out of 10, despite taking weird-ass routes through some places, can avoid wrecks pretty well. Unfortunately, the wrecks aren't overly spectacular in this game. Everything's on splines, so derailments are just slightly coming off the tracks despite happening at 50 miles an hour. Coming down a cliff or on a bridge. I understand why the devs did it the way they did, but I think it could have been done better. Set that switch, and we'll worry about the next switches when I get to them. I agree. Operational safety should be... Oh yeah, everything's at 0, obviously. So let's try not to have a wreck on day 1. Let's say this is... Yeah, this diamond, or this Y is 25, so we don't want to be going too fast. Technically, I think I should be riding the shove. Nope, I forgot I cut throttle to go through the Y. Let's see where the switches are. Everything should be lined up all the way through to 3rd logging site. But we're going to the second because that's the easiest, biggest and easiest one to do. Let's switch, and that one's good. Huh. Interesting. I have no clue what half of that shit is. Now let's get a little more speed here. I did a bunch of new loco mods before. I have no clue. Okay, 26 for... Yeah, it's about the speed I want. I think with some of these new locos I added recently in sandbox mode, just to play with them a little bit. I have no clue what any of the attractive efforts are. Okay, okay, I see. Too bad a lot of these mods don't have the builder's photo. That'd be nice. And it's weird because like these LLWs are from the same mod. I kind of hope that this gets an update. It's a 2662? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Now that there's a mod to actually make articulated steam engines work properly. I've got so many options for motive power when the time comes. Oh, love me a dick. I wish I knew how to get the version with the doghouse. Off 210.0. HT? What? No, low? No, I don't know. And on to the diesels, and I'm pretty sure I have everything working. Unfortunately, this save is going to be a long while before I get to diesels. Most of my early purchases are going to be freight equipment, probably a baggage car and a observation. Parlor RL to spec. One. Wow. That's. What is the point of that? I guess if that's the train you're trying to build, cool, but wow. Oh yeah, I got more modern log cars I can use. Probably run these 100-ton, or probably one of these two. Not overly unrealistic. And I think they match the era I'm in, which is kind of early 60s. Auxiliary tenders. Okay, here we are, almost to our destination, so cut steam. I don't know if all of these will actually fit in here. Come on. Should still have plenty of momentum there, buddy. Yeah, one more to fit. Yeah, I got plenty of room for this line. Set brakes. Handbrake. Back to the cab, and off we go. Probably just coast it down. I think I am gonna go ahead fly over. I want both of these on favorite right now. Just to make things simple to get switches lined where I want. Nope, that was already where I wanted. That's what I wanted. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess around with the... I guess I just need to not mess with the lettering color until I can figure out what exactly I'm doing wrong. Anyhow. Or I can keep messing with it while I coast down the hill and probably crash. Nice color. I don't want that lettering color. Okay. Lettering color, duh. I don't know what the base color is on the tender here. So we're just going to set that back to default. Customize. Oh shit, we're getting some speed. Just a little bit extra. Default. There's that. And what whistle do you have? DNRG Step Top 5. Why do Appalachian Steamers default to the Durango and Rio Grande? Custom. Yeah, we'll rock the custom for now. I think one of the mods I have, randomizes the whistles on new locomotives. So for the most part, with a very few exceptions, I think I am going to leave any locomotive whistles alone. Although I do want everything to have a unique whistle, for the most part. What else do I have? What other servers do I have that I can self-promote to? That I know I can self-promote to? Nah, just those two. Calm down, calm down. Calm down, little engine. The brakes really don't have enough slip. 4 likes. That makes me happy. Things running smooth. Just wish I knew how much data I was actively using at this time, but we'll figure that out when I finish. And I have no clue when I'll finish. Maybe I'll finish when I run out of data. More snow melting off the roof. Oh, I forgot to blow for the crossing. Oops. I wish I had the option to one marker light red, one marker light green, and then have it the same up front. Like one red, one green. That way you know if you have the red on the right, green on the left, you got an engine as a rear end. You've got 2 reds, you're looking at the side, 2 greens, and so on. Safety stop. Ah. Good joint. Damn snow keeps making me jump. Safety stop. What is technically considered the interchange? Interchange. Oh, these would have been fine where they were. Oops. Well. I should probably change the order of these. Yeah, I think that is good for today. Let's go ahead and go to the next day. Alright, let's see here. Sawmill, 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 Stenzel, Stenzel, Hila, Hila. Okay, I need to change a setting here. Okay, those two are going to go into, yeah, those are the wood chip cars. The rest of these are loading cars. All right. So yeah, okay. Boxcar's empty. You are fully repaired. I don't think you have any fuel. You have no fuel. I'm gonna go ahead and deal with that. Get a second engine running and get some passenger service going here. Nope. L. Nope. J. Front full. What's my fuel doing? Fuel here is good. $496. What did I get charged money for? Oh, I paid the shockers, duh. Safety stop. And we're gonna go ahead and grab the boxcar here. Lamps turned on. Probably should have had that dim going in, but whatever. Hey, Mole Man, what's up? Yeah, it's plenty for a while. So the number one is going to be the passenger engine. Number two is going to be freight until they can both be replaced, and they'll be subjugated to just being switchers. Alright, and I'm gonna fly up to the log camp. Yep, everything is full. Can I tell these where I want them unloading? I can. That should be enough for it to be able to shuffle itself. Oh, hold on. So how have you been today, Mole Man? Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, we got a couple inches my way. Almost forgot my safety stop. Yep, that might have got me right up at IRM. Two Rutlands. Nice. Okay, actually, what is my plan here? I have no clue what the hell my plan is. I actually need to pull you up a little bit. Clear the switch. Oh, handbrake. Yeah, it's got enough water to get me started here. We're gonna grab the sawmill cars here to start, move them out of the way, or move everything over so I can put the number 2 on the back and shove them forward so I can get them shoved into the sawmill sidings. Now, is stream lagging, or is that just my home internet trying to let me watch the stream? I think stream might be starting to lag. Nope, I'm behind. Phone has gotten behind, so. We're just gonna leave the headlights off for this. I wish I could have them both on dim. I feel like that's not unreasonable. Hold on. Light controls. Front dim. Rear dim. Oh, this doesn't have a rear headlight. Switch. Those are the only 2 locomotive. Yes, these are the only 2 locomotives I currently own at this moment. This is a new save I started specifically for streaming. Because my original save that I started when the game came out, I've got a lot of lag. I've got way too many cars. I've got way too much equipment running. Yeah, we'll just have the front on full here. I do have plenty more options of locomotives. And I know a few that I'm looking at picking up kind of short term or early-ish on. I need to fill. Looks like this needs coal sooner rather than later, but I think it can handle the rest of the workday. Alrighty. Hopefully I've got enough headspace to bring this... Oh, I should probably wait till that's clear ahead of me. Send you back. 2 more cars. And let's go ahead and give this a quick test. Good. He didn't even get the opportunity to crash. The track is there. I don't know. That's going to be tight. Maybe. Maybe. Kind of wish I knew something more to talk about. I feel like I'm being too quiet. Nice. Plenty of room to spare. We got the chip cars on the front, so they take priority. Yeah, you got plenty of water for your first run. Passenger. Only got the 2 stations. Looks over to this end. Hold on. I can do this a lot faster. Do I immediately have access to that yard? That would be hilarious. Okay. Train number 1 is going to come to here. And that is going to get our passenger service running. Oh. I got some features. I don't like running timetables because I really don't understand them. I don't understand them enough to comfortably use them. I think they're just more of a headache than I'm capable of dealing with my run as you feel, run as you wish type of operation. Okay, the rest of these are going to go into track probably 1 here. I think that'll be the quickest and easiest. Throttle. And I think I'm going to go get the log cars brought down before I get to the rest of the consist, or rest of the freight. I should make sure nothing has broken in. Yeah, those are all still. Always set a handbrake for safety. And we are already making money. There's my guy. There's my guy. So I don't care for some of these. Like I like having them in the oh shit. I like having them in the milestones, but I don't like that they A, only cost $1, and B, are done instantly. Nowhere near needing a fuel stand. And yeah, I'll go ahead drop money on getting the Triton Bridge to Bryson repaired. entirely depending on how much data this ends up using, might determine if this is a monthly thing, a weekly thing, or a one-time thing. I don't want it to be a one-time thing. I'm kind of having fun with this. And I might switch up the simulators every time. Was halfway thinking about doing Roadcraft or SnowRunner, but figured this is the easiest. This is probably the best game to do a fresh save on, because I don't want to do SnowRunner save, new SnowRunner save. Don't really want to do a new Roadcraft save, but I do kind of want to set up a hardcore save, so that's not off the table. I'm also extremely terrified of what's going to happen when the Maintenance Away update drops and breaks Railloader, because we've already discussed this on FSC stream a couple of times, but I don't know how many people are here that were present for that, but long story short, the kid behind it, because I don't feel like he deserves to be called a guy, decided to ban Americans from downloading his, downloading the file, and then got upset that said Americans started more or less just bombarding him with insults and whatnot. And on one hand, fair enough for the insults. Well, not sure what I'm trying to say with that. Long story short, idiot brings politics into video game by telling the most vocal sect of gamers, nationality of gamers, to go screw themselves, and then he finds out. If you're gonna fuck with gamers, don't fuck with the American gamers. Sorry if I'm moving the camera too much, it's just kind of my ADHD doing its thing. And there is the passenger up at Gila. Probably give him a opportunity to do a return trip. He's going to be running back and forth all day. It's too far for a safety stop. All right. Reverse. Back in the cab. And this is going to be a fun run. I'm tempted to put this on the auto engineer just so I can set the passenger to come back. But I feel like that's asking for trouble. Reviewers, how many likes are we up to? 5 likes, nice. Unfortunately, don't bother me, enjoy watching the gameplay. Thank you, Mole Man. Come on. Bring the speed down. Well, there we go. Yeah, brakes are a lot less slippery, or a lot less sticky when there's load behind it, which is fair. You're gonna have some pissed off shoes when you get... Oh, absolutely. I kind of hope that someday they do add a little more in-depth wear and tear. Like, oh, hey, you rode your brakes down this grade, which is Control T? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Control Shift click, Control click. I know there's a way to check the grade, but I can never remember it. Shift, nope. Nope. My white walls are... Oh no, that's the counterweights. But yeah, I would love to see like more brake simulation. Like, I'm happy with 90% of everything else. And I just know that brake simulation would absolutely piss everybody off, but I want to see true wheel slip. I want to see brake fade. I want to see heated up brakes. I want to see the ability to lose your air and just have to pray. Or spam click the handbrake, excuse me. Oh yeah, nothing's going far enough to need to worry about hotboxes. I already passed the first logging camp. And then there were two. Well, one. Whatever. Oh, now we're getting some speed again. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. No. No. There. Input. Customize bindings. Query. Shift L. Nope. Or Shift. Backspace? Nope. No clue what the hell that is. Query. To mount. Jump. Run very far. Camera. UI. I think that's one. Or close window. Toggle preference window. Photo mode. So context. I know there. I have no clue. Now there is some sort of physics implemented to set retainer. Yeah, cars have... Let me read that again. Now, is there some sort of physics implemented to set retainers on the cars? I can't remember. Oh, shit. Well, shit. And that's what I get for trying to read comments. But yes, if cars are left on a grade that they can roll down, Nope, that's the wrong button. Oh, for fuck's sake. Physics will affect them. They will start rolling. Shift R. Shift R. Shift R. Oh, I'm too far away. Okay, 63 on the locomotive, 62 on the tender. Spec 68. 73. And 99. That was... Thank you for the mild distraction, Mole Man. Oh well. Some sort of physics implementers that retainers on the car. I can't remember. So, gravity will pull cars downhill. So, I always like to set at least one handbrake on a consist. I think I've had one time where a single handbrake didn't hold. And I can't remember for the life of me when that was. But you were... Oh, helps to be in the right... have the reverser set correctly. Oh, I also could have come down and just pulled in that way. Oh, well. Set partial handbrake on cars. Right. Yeah, so you got the full train brake. You can set handbrakes on cars individually. Handbrakes are on and off thing. But if I wanted to, like, not hook up the brake line and simulate even older style of, I just dumped the air. An even older style of running where cars didn't have air brakes, I could go along and left or right click and set a handbrake, or I can manually set it. But it's not simulated to the point where, like, hey, this is a good option, or this is a better option than just grabbing the train brake. Is that a rail box? Toronto, Hamilton, and Buffalo. That is a yellow. That is yellow as fuck. And why did I immediately think THC? Nope. But like, I've never had a runaway. I've never had an accidental runaway, I might add. But yeah, just brakes in general are kind of overdone, and I do have a setting medium. Warning, auto engineers are tuned for medium braking force. Expect to do railments in hard... no. We're gonna leave that on medium. Because I don't need the auto engineers destroying my safety rating any further than I already do. How do I have whatever? I'm not questioning it. We'll go ahead, jump to the back, cut power. And we'll go ahead, stop there. And we're going to go top up on the coal and water. And we'll go ahead, set... Hold on. Did I buy the... No, I didn't buy the extension. The southern extension, or at least... Yeah, the southeastern extension. Okay, X, go to 1. Just force of habit. And we're going to have you come to here, and we're just going to watch you. 1,500 gallons. Okay, what is your capacity? Your capacity is 3,400 gallons. I got you about 50% full. Not bad. Realistically, I should have run around. So it doesn't have pulling pockets. That's weird. I can fix you. Nope, not the font. And we'll set that back to default. White, July. All right, you're doing your thing. You've got your coal. Shadows. Semi-dynamic water, even if it is just that. All right, this has 4,000 gallon capacity. Could easily get away with just throwing it at 50% again, but I'm here. I got plenty of time in the day. It's not a whole lot to do right now. All right, so we're going to move the outbound parts box over onto track 1, or interchange 1 there. And then we will take the cut of cars going up to Ela, or the entire cut of other cars, and grab the caboose. How are my switches set? Incorrectly. And then this engine gets to sit in the engine shed until tomorrow. Hopefully there are enough parts in there to repair it. I have my doubts. Safety stop. Excuse me. Sometimes my shift key doesn't like to acknowledge that I was holding it when I clicked the air hoses. Yeah, day 1 and 2 are kind of what are we doing here? Day 3, it does start to pick up because you do end up with a few outbound cars. And if you started a expansion such as the Ela Bridge project, you do end up with those cars as well. Safety stop. All right, these two are going up to Ela. Everything else is more or less staying close by. Black looks good on the orange. I think this is the most I've done manually since they added the auto engineer. Should probably come to a complete stop before trying to run it back. Let's customize. I grabbed the wrong brake. Let's see here. Everything's in good shape though. Rear depot. I don't know if the AI is going to try to send him down the right track and then take this crossover. So I am going to hold short of the crossover. Holding short. Then I'll probably have him move over to second track for water. Or the I think coaches like this look best in Pullman Green. I'll probably end up changing that. So. As it sits, let's see here. I've got 30. Oh, I probably need to pick up a baggage car. I'll go ahead and just redo that. And I can get this guy moving again as soon as I feel he is ready. Okay, yeah, he's going more or less where I want him to. Red headlight. Dim because we have another train coming at us. We're gonna go ahead and set him a new destination right there. So I need to do that. We're gonna bring this consist up to here. Cut the two Stenzel cars off. Send them up to Stenzel there, then run around the back and shove the oil car into the oil platform. Lag, lag, lag. Why do you lag? Okay, here's Stenzel. Oh, you're going all the way around. Okay, have fun with that. I'll grab a little reverser here. Character male. That's Thompson hat, Cromer hat. I like the Thompson. Glasses or no glasses. Bandana red or no bandana. Oh, I forgot to throw a switch. Why don't you guys remind me of that? That's what I get for trying to change my look on the front running board. I think I'm going to finish this day and call it a stream. And then I'm going to, so I can check my data. Independent locomotive. Not normalizing the switch just leads to surprises later on. I've actually gotten kind of anal about where switches get set down at the Model Train Club. So I'm extremely disappointed in myself that I didn't think to do it here, and I'm going to be a dick and block the crossing, maybe? No, okay. And brake on the caboose. I should hop in the Discord, the Railroader Discord, and see if there's been any updates on the maintenance away update, because we're getting up to a year since we've had a regular game update for the Switch. 11 lights. Dim, dim. 11, 9. Not. Earlier. I do like that switches are essentially spring switches everywhere, so you can't run through them and derail. Not necessarily realistic, but it's one less headache. Throttle. And hard brake, hard brake, hard brake. Like that these are both 30% oiled. We're gonna go ahead, let this AI do its thing while I go ahead get this spotted for water. Actually, I need to do some testing and see what combine coaches I can get that function, because I know I have a couple, but I'm not sure, and I know one of them doesn't work the way it's supposed to, but I don't know which ones do properly function. Oh, why am I getting another interchange? Okay, so we're gonna finish what I actively have already out, and then we're gonna go ahead call it a stream. We're gonna fly over here and see what just popped in. See, oh, that is all the oh no, we got Whittier and why did you not come in on the first train? Good lord. How are you doing? You are full. Hold on, I have a map. And here's a map. Let's see, backspace that. Select one is selected, and we're gonna go ahead, bring him here. All right, passenger train is heading back up with another load. Hopefully it has passengers, because I don't have baggage car, and it doesn't tell me how much passengers need baggage. So if they don't have space for baggage, they won't get on. Should probably shove this all the way up, but we're going to be prototypical just to elongate stream ever so slightly more. Slam the brakes. Realistically, it should be spotted in front of the hoses, but realism be damned-ish, kind of, sort of. Cut the bell. Okay, now I'm being a dick and blocking the crossing. Okay, I definitely need to get a baggage car, because these people are not getting on. FT. Auxiliary. Okay, flat, flat. Box car. So just having a box car as a baggage car would be more than adequate for me. I want heavyweight baggage. I don't want heavyweight. Heavyweight is asking too much of this. Okay, C&J Combine. Weight 109,000 pounds, goddamn. 110. Switch. Okay. Markers. First class. Brake coach. 110 for the pontoon. Not even looking at prices. 109. 109. 150. Jesus Christ. I'm absolutely going to have to upgrade my passenger power sooner rather than later. Chair observation dining. Okay, so that's only 81,000 pounds. I don't know if that functions properly. Okay. Oh, yep, that's our answer. 60, 107, 120. Jesus Christ. Teak baggage car? That's LNER. That might be cool, but I'm not sure I can say no to the 60,000 pounder. Yep, that's I think that's what we're gonna go with. Why am I at $2,800? Oh, because the thing came out. We're gonna go ahead buy that. Game. So you are more or less good to go on your own. Where did I put my new baggage car? Yep, right there. This color, Control V, fly, default black. And there is our passenger consist expanded. And I may just send you back in. Oh, they did all get on. Okay, cool. I didn't realize that. They weren't getting on while I was looking, so I made assumptions and spent money. Is there any passengers here? Huh. Okay, cool. I'm not entirely sure what I consider too much data for what is looking to be I think a 3-hour stream. There's a 25 section somewhere through here. 30. I've blown through that at full speed, so I'm not overly concerned about that right now. You eventually need... Yeah. Yeah, eventually I will absolutely have to have a baggage car. But... 42... I've been distracted again. I keep moving the bar of when I want to end this stream, and since most of that interchange is for the bridge. I might go ahead and do that. Put the passenger car down. Pull the 2 cars that are not going to the project. Put them onto track 3. Then, I think it was that 30 section. It was that 30 section. Only doing 10 over. I'll shove them up to the bridge project. Alright. Question is, just what do I upgrade? What is my end goal for passenger equipment? Do I want to go for the lightweight Condor set? The Crusader set? Do I want to go for the Hiawatha set? I think there's an SP set, although that might just be the Crusader. I'd have to check what exactly what mods I have. Slowing you down, and I'm probably going to set this to auto engineer for just a minute. Don't know if I can fit this entire line in the back. Oh, I missed a crossing. Oh well. I do not, in fact, need to set number 2 to auto engineer. Yeah, I immediately have access to this massive ass yard in Governor's Island. One thing I don't care about this rail yard. Oh shit, dude, I immediately have access all the way up the line because of this. Cool. But the guys that made this could probably have done a little better with the bridges. Like, they just made dams and then no. And that's why you don't leave your trains. That would have been embarrassing. Or at least don't give them speed. And I immediately give more speed. A part of me is kind of excited to rewatch this and listen to how everything sounds. And I should be careful because number 1 hasn't left the station. Super late on that. Oops. I do kind of want to know who thought that this was the best track plan. Like this wasn't just made up for a video game. This is actual track work that you can find out in the wild. I'm not sure that this exact place in Ela, how real it is, but I know that there are instances where you back off of the main line and then do a head shunt. Or safety stop. Throw the switch. Actually, which one of these goes? Okay, you go to... If these were backward... Oh no, they both go to the same one. Never mind. Yeah, there's plenty of space there. Okay, yep. Keep getting distracted by the axle boxes because I know I'm at a point where I don't need to worry about it unless it's like red. But at the same time, oiling doesn't cost anything. So anyone that gets a hot box, how? I do not understand how you can not be bothered to do this basic maintenance. How are you doing? Probably going to set this to auto engineer to come home or finish its journey. Start with that. That. Repair. East Whittier. Because you need to be fixed. And from here, we're going to go ahead and let number 1 come to a stop. Let off the passengers, and then we're going to finish his work manual. Alright, manual to reverse of the brakes, and what? I swear to God that had 30 when I was pulling in, but so whatever. Feels good. I swear to God. What do you think, kid? You're watching that. Jesus Christ. Come on, people, get off. Not like that. It's 15. Come on, come on, come on. Do I need to up my wait time for these guys, for the auto engineers? Because holy crap, this is taking forever. Well, while I let that continue, I'm going to check my switches. That's good. That is eating those slow. Yep. And there we go. Don't know if I'll bother with the new Stenzel and the new Sawmill cars. It's only 2, so might as well. Probably don't want to go through this switch at 50. Last thing I want to do is derail the damn passenger car. That'll fucking kill the safety rating. I don't know. I don't even know how I have 100 after wrecking with a log train. Although this does only update like once a day, so that's probably going to dip immediately upon loading up tomorrow, or loading up the next day. And just for reference, future streams are probably going to be a little earlier than today. We'll have to see where my schedule lies, and we'll go ahead. And we'll let you back a little further. Should be plenty of space. Too soon. Oh, number 2's coming in hot. Damn it. Clear the switch. Switch thrown. Yeah, I think we'll just get the bridge supplies up to the bridge, and I will call that a stream. Nope, wrong lever. Stop, Central Vermont. Right, make sure everything here is Gila Bridge, Gila Bridge, Gila Bridge, 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 Bridge. And then there's you. Dimensional lumber, rebar, yes. Okay, that might be, nope, that is a modded car. This is a modded car. So kind of disappointing that one doesn't have a load. Gravel, 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 concrete. I hope that boxcars get modeled load someday. Game and I are with concrete. I love it. Concrete, and concrete. I like that some engines have the smokestack cap, funnel cap. Kind of a cool detail. Biggest train yet on the Beaver River Appalachian. I kind of love the inner valve motions. Empty, and that has metal stock. I might actually have to deliver that one to get the stencils actually start working. Cut the throttle. Throw that. And go grab a little bit of brake. A lot more brake. Just dump the air. And start shoving back. I'm gonna have him do a little more work before the end of the day here. In the... Well, no, we're going to deliver this. I'm going to end stream, and I'll see what how I'm feeling from there. If I want to clean up from today, or if I want to just save it for a theoretical next stream. Think of my safety stop. Duplicates. Hilarious. Poles and good friends have in common. Yeah. Okay. That might be about tonnage. I really don't fully understand the... Let's see, this is 44T... No, T17. 16,000 pounds is not 900 tons. But it's pulling it with ease, so... Now, somewhat with ease. Still trying to figure out that keybind. Ow. That's... No, let's control off these things. I think that one was at 20. Yeah, 30. Ooh. Eh. You're not gonna hotbox. I think hotbox starts it. Usually Windows hotboxing start. Usually sticks head through window. Yes, I'm aware 2 is where I want it to be. Grab the map, damn it. I think this is a good speed to maintain. Okay, I wanted to pull in straight. Do you mind? The hell? Jesus. Yeah, we can just coast from here. Down to me and one other guy watching. Cool. What we got here? Say hi, bud. Three tons of coal, down half our coal capacity. Most of our water capacity still. Grab some train brake. Grab all the train brake. Ugh. Yay, thanks for sticking around, Mole Man. A little further. Let's make sure. Excuse me. This switch here is. Yeah, that could have been annoying. looking a little low on coal there. It's still got to 50%. But I do agree, the actual coal model of the coal load does look a little low. Oh, I wasn't a dick. I didn't block the crossing. Cool. Birder. And safety stop. Set engine brakes while I let the air charge. Nope. Good enough. And the lantern. That I don't think is actually being held by anything. Yeah, he's not at all holding that. I remember that being better. And how's that car? 99. Right. Go ahead, throw a couple of handbrakes on. And that is going to go ahead and do it. Thank you guys for watching, like, and subscribe for more. I probably should have been saying that more throughout the stream, but I digress. Depending how much data this stream used, I will be back next week at the earliest. If it used more data than I'm willing to spend multiple times a month on one thing, I will be forced to make this maybe a monthly thing. But anyhow, you guys have a good one, and I will catch you guys next time.